Solving the migrant crisis in the Caribbean requires a change in the way we view the most vulnerable who make their way to our shores in hope of a better life. This was the message shared by University Professor Rosemary Bell Antoine at the Regional Forum on Migrants and Mobile Populations' Rights and Health. Janine Brown reports.
With one of the most controversial incidents in recent times where migrant policies are concerned, being the United States' policy which saw thousands of children being caged as their families attempted to seek asylum, there's little doubt that the world faces what many describe to be a migrant crisis. According to UWI Professor Rosemary Bell Antoine, the migrant crisis is also being experienced right here in the Caribbean. She says that there needs to be a shift in how Caribbean citizens view those seeking asylum in their land.
So we sit here and we criticize the US and Trump and whatever, but then our own policies have actually regressed.
This humanitarian shift, she says, must be coupled with legal framework that displays a degree of altruism. This, as she describes the Caribbean's immigration laws to be archaic.
The provisions of the Immigration Act, and they are very similar in the region, which are very restrictive and exclusionary, are being applied more strictly than before in very recent times. Not only to keep people out, but also when people are here and undocumented, or even sometimes they have documents.
Healthcare, on the other hand, she says, has been a bit more inclusive. For example, Trinidad and Tobago still offers its services to any person visiting a public hospital. However, looking at special group migrants, such as those living with HIV or AIDS, Professor Bell Antoine says more needs to be done to ensure sufficient care is provided.
Having undocumented persons or anybody in our communities without access to HIV testing and treatment endangers not just them, but all of us. So thinking about the costs and so on, in terms of this broad non-discriminatory route to public health as an obstacle is in fact counterproductive.
Even more specifically, she says that the policy making must consider those statistically proven to be at risk for contracting HIV. She adds that the Caribbean risks its maintenance of low HIV transmissions from mother to child during pregnancy if it fails to reach out to migrant mothers living with the virus. Janine Brown, CNews.